The following program is brought to you in living color on RMC.
Good evening. I'm not on mute. So we're off to a good start. How are you all doing? We're a little bit early actually. We're a little bit early, but I hope that's not a problem. Stop it with your mutes. You've cried wolf too many times. If I do actually mute myself... Stop it! Stop it! Stop it, White Dragon. How are we all doing? I hope you're well. I hope you had a great weekend. There was some chat there about the quiz before we started, and a mention of how hard it is. Yes, it has been recognised that the quiz was way too hard this weekend. I mean, we've had tough quizzes, but that was double tough. So we're going to really tone it down on the next quiz. We're going to make it not easy, but more acceptable. Because we all do a quiz because, you know, we like to feel good about ourselves. We like to actually be able to answer the questions and feel like we know something, as well as learn a little bit along the way. So we'll find that balance. Yes, please, Mark. The game cover rounds work well. Yes, Mr. Codeine. So I hope you're well. Hello, Jamie. Good to see you here. So, just like last Monday, so many submissions. You guys just hammer my mailbox over the weekend. We've got a leftover queue. We've got a bunch of ours. We got show and tells. We got so much. Why are pirates called pirates? They just are. On the screen we have Elmo. Not just any Elmo. This is the Elmo. Bunch of ours. This is the Elmo. The Elmo that we see in Richard's videos. He was kind enough to put Elmo in a box and send him to the cave. And look how happy Elmo is. Hi guys. I won't do the Elmo voice because I can't. Elmo says he's very happy. Now we also had an incident. Do you remember this? Do you remember this came up? I went on eBay and I managed to buy it. I managed to buy it for £6.50 including delivery. But there was a problem with my order. You see, the last thing that I bought on eBay was a t-shirt that said Scotch Egg Appreciation Society. And I sent it to Pillock because he likes Scotch eggs so much. Well, it turns out when I bought this, I forgot to change the address. So Pillock is now the proud owner of I Toy Play Pom Pom Party. It arrived today. Oops. So let me know in the chat, do you want Pillock to review it? Or do you want me to review it? Who would you prefer? Oops. Pillock should do a video, okay, Castardo's called it. Why not both? We can pom-pom party together. That could be the name of our band, Pillock. Pom-pom party. So, there was a last cue from the Geek Collective. Let's bring up a page. Let's play it safe. Let's go incognito. And their submission is Qbert, but they've sent in a commercial. So let's have a little watch of this, or an advert, as we say here.
I'm Qbert, and I've got all the right moves. I've got the legs, too. First an arcade game, now my own home video game. I'm ready for anything. Staying away from creeps like Ugg and Coily takes a quick mind and lots of fancy footwork. The longer I hop around, the more they're out to get me. Ugh! When they said fame would go to my head, they weren't kidding.
Now for all popular systems.
Not easy being Cubert, but it's fun.
Oh, popular system.
There you go. Those are what are considered popular systems in 1983 in, I'm assuming, in the US. ColecoVision, Intellivision, VIC-20, Atari 2600, Atari 5200, Atari computers. Just Atari everything. There you go. So Cubert did make it, yeah. And if you sent a queue in and I've missed it, I am sorry. Send it in again. I'll have no problem showing it again on another day. So we've got videos, we've got pictures. Let's smash through a few pictures first. These are all your submissions. Folders full of them. So let's start. I wonder if we'll see Cubert's legs in the quiz. We could put Cubert in the lovely legs round. So, Blockulator, what have you chosen? R is for Repton. Now that is a cracking start. He says, Repton is my favourite 8-bit Acorn title and my first memory of completing a game. Not a Boulder Dash clone, but a fiendish action puzzle game that layers on combinations of different traps throughout its levels. The Beeb version is playable online, which has a much bigger sprites and music, but the eerie silence of the Electron version is all part of the charm for me. There he is, Mr. Repton. Tim Tyler was 16 when he wrote Repton, and combined with an early start from the computer literacy project, I was inspired to learn to program. Recently, I took a job at AntStream, a retro game streaming platform with social features such as challenges and tournaments, where everything has come full circle. Back to studio in the Neil. What? Yeah, if you haven't seen AntStream, it's a fun little service. It's basically like Netflix of retro gaming, where you can play all your favourite retro games, but they've engineered it so that you can play classic games just as they used to be, you know, identically emulated, but they've layered into it achievements. So you can play a single player game, but still be pitched against other people online, and the achievements will flash up on the screen if you've done, I don't know, if you've speedrun the first level quicker than anyone else. You know, challenges that were never in the original games, just breaking all of these games up into different challenges. AntStream, should we get a link? I don't know if there's a free trial or anything. I had to go on it at an expo. They had it all set up there. Yeah, it's just antstream.com. There's a 7-day trial. I am in no way affiliated with them, by the way. Oh, Richard. Thank you very much for Elmo's lunch money. Very kind of you, sir. I'll make sure he gets a nice lunch tomorrow. That should have animated our little tip jar there. Oh, we got a pop-up on the screen. It should have put money in the little glass at the bottom right hand corner, but that's clearly not working, or there's some lag. And there you go, you can see Speedball 2 there, Bubble Bobble, Alien Breed, so there's a few Amiga games in there. Trevor and Elmo have broken into the local pub. Yeah, Repton's a great game. It's the first game I went for when I refurbished the Electron. And you're right, it plays so well on both the Electron and the BBC. Get Elmo a Scotch egg with the cash for his lunch. I'll be sure to do that. Okay. Oh, Grant. Toasting you with my Dr. Pepper from my RMC mug. Cheers. I wish I had some Dr. Pepper in my Starbucks mug. It was a nice cup of tea. Thank you, Grant. Oh no, Rick the Roadie. I'd rather forget that. Here's our next star. It's from Chris 005 Agama. This is Star Wars Jedi, and he's picked up the Return of the Jedi. Thanks, an Amiga. Thank you so much for the $5. Very generous of you guys. Elmo's going to have a hell of a lunch tomorrow. Chris says, this is the isometric one, Neil. Tip for young players finding their original copies no longer load. Turn off or remove your 512K RAM expansion on your Amiga 500. Return of the Jedi crashes on loading if you have one, because reasons. Yeah, there were a few games like that. If you didn't disable the RAM expansion, it would just crash, wouldn't it? You'd get a guru. So that's good to know. Look at that setup. Beautifully done. I bet Tim likes that one. Thank you, Grant. Yes. Don't start charging me royalties, please. Next up is Dan G. And Dan, I love this suggestion. I really do. He says, my choice for R is not a game, but a person. So I'm going to pop something up on the screen. Tell me in chat if you know who this person is. Of course, they start with R. Yes, Necronom, Ralph, Carl, you've all got it. You've all got it. It's Roger Dean, the fabulous artist. I think he's passed away now, hasn't he? The late Roger Dean. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think he has passed. And he made these just wonderful, wonderful artwork that was so synonymous with Psygnosis releases. Not Roger Melly, the man on the telly, no. I didn't know he did this one, actually. But yeah, you can see it. And even more interesting, Dan says, Roger Dean needs no introduction. But what's interesting about him is that I'm his second cousin. Mother's side. So there you go. Died in 2018, yes. Sadly missed. Hello, David. So, I mean, there's another way that you can approach these letters every day. Games, hardware, and now people. I love that idea. Has he not, Nulani? Nor's Eddie the Eagle Edwards. So this R is from Dana. Dana never disappoints. And this game is called Rule of Rose. So, knowing Dana, as we've got to know her over the last 3 or 4 weeks, I'm going to take a guess that this is a Japanese horror game. Let's see what she has to say. Forgive the essay, but this is quite an interesting saga. My submission for the letter R is the crown jewel of any PS2 collection. Rule of Rose. The psychological horror game. Nailed it. Was destined to be rare and obscure from the beginning, being picked up for localization and US publishing by Atlas. Okay, US, not Japanese, but it's a horror game. Notorious for their small print runs at the time. Before it could be published, it was met with a bizarre campaign of moral panic, seemingly based on nothing but rumour. Claims I recall include the interactive satanic ritual sacrifice of an infant, burying children alive, extremely graphic torture scenes, and explicit sexual content between girls who were not old enough. Wow. As soon as the YouTube caption system catches up with all of those things I've just said, this video is going to get buried. Of course, none of this is accurate. None of this is accurate, YouTube. What I just said, none of it. None of it. Regardless, the stir caused the Australian, New Zealand and UK releases to be cancelled outright, and a limited production run to be distributed only, I think, in France, Italy and Spain. So they were well up for what they thought was coming. France, Italy and Spain. These versions do still include the already completed English translation, however the US release was also very limited. It is the police at my door. To avoid any more controversy, what limited release it did receive was not given much of a marketing push. The game itself is a psychological horror story, exploring teenage girl cliches without adults to rein them in. It's all... Oh, sorry, not cliches, cliques. Cliques? Cliches. One of the two. It's all very Lord of the Flies, through a feminine lens. Wow, Lord of the Flies through a feminine lens. Class hierarchy, tests of worth, attacking insecurity, that whispered cruelty that young girls do so well. I'm getting some school flashbacks here, but that really is a very good horror game. As far as I'm aware, this is the rarest and most expensive game on the PS2, so be prepared to drop no less than £200 for a bargain. £200 for Rule of Rose. Sounds like the Mean Girls of video games. So there you go. If you see that at car boot sale, pick it up. We have got lots of videos, but I'm just going to smash through some more pictures first. So these are the choices of David C. David, who still throws me because he has the exact same full name as my father. Dad, why are you emailing me? Pictures of Rebel style tactical command. Just tell me you're proud of me. Rebel Star on the ZX Spectrum was an absolute classic and is without doubt the best £2 I've ever spent on a game. While I'm sure Spectrum versions will be mentioned today, I would like to bring to your attention the lesser known Rebel Star game on the Game Boy Advance, which is, of course, was by Julian Gollop of UFO fame. Released in 2005, Rebel Star Tactical Command was developed by Kodo Technologies, a company founded by Julian and Nick Gollop, the creators of the original Rebel Star and Laser Squad games. The graphics and presentation have been given an Advance Wars style treatment. That's another great game, isn't it? With cutscenes showing dialogue between the main characters. One of the characters is battle-hardened veteran, Corporal John Lan. John Lad. Go on, John Lad, of Laser Squad fame, and he stars in the game as your instructor. The game plays really well, and I'd describe it as a mix of Laser Squad and the early XCOM games, thoroughly recommended for fans of the series or turn-based strategy games. Bonus fact? Yeah, the cover, I don't know, I think it's trying to be a bit cutesy, isn't it? I know they look vicious, but it's a bit Nintendo-fied. Julian Gollop went on to develop one more squad-level turn-based strategy game for the Nintendo handheld, namely Ghost Recon Shadow Wars, which was a launch title for the 3DS and highly recommended. So there you go. Two more turn-based games that are probably both fantastic. Hello, Yellow Belly. I didn't see you there. Hope you're well, mate. So, let's come back to any more pictures and let's get stuck into some videos. I'll make a note of where I've got to. There we go. Okay, who wants DJ Mark? I do. Let's see what DJ Mark's got for us today and how much of a DJ mood he's in.
Welcome to my 8-bit Art Games review.
Yes, Mark.
Okay, first up, Road Race, VIC-20, Commodore 1981. As we can see, we've got the splash screen here with all the instructions.
Yes, Revolt.
Well, and here we can see ourselves rushing up the screen. This is amazing. A technical piece of art. And my verdict is First VIC-20 game I ever saw and was blown away by a car game that had gears and allowed you to rev the engine. Okay, next. River Rescue! VIC-20 Thorny MI 1982 here. We got the beautiful splash screen River Rescue. Excellent stuff, 1982 there. Okay, we're just going to whiz down the river on the right-hand side there. Well, it's iconic for the VIC-20, so let's move on.
Iconic, that's it.
Okay, next up. RAM cartridge game, VIC-20 Commodore 1982. What? Let's put it in and let's see what this game is. Okay, loading up. Oh. Okay, we've got Raid on Fort Knox, VIC-20, Commodore 1982. Nice red splash screen there, very good. And some instructions there for moving around the screen. Aha. Okay, so this, let's just say, is looking a little bit on the dated side. And there's no AI there on that rat thing. Okay, up next, Rail Runner. Dragon 32, Dragon Data yes. 1982. Okay, there's the splash screen Rail Runner. Nice and colourful, really good. Let's have a oh. It's a very slow Frogger clone. Okay, my verdict is, let's move on.
Good call.
Okay, next, Raid 2000, Commodore 64, Mirrorsoft 1987. I'll be honest with you, I thought it was some storage software. Okay, nice splash screen there, bit basic. Let's see, what's this? Okay. Oh dear, what's that? Okay, all right, my verdict is, I need to buy Parallax. Okay, next. Renegade, Commodore 64,
I hope there's some games left for you
1987. Oh, right, okay. So, we got these fellas. I can tell it's a tube station. I can tell that. My verdict is, I hope someone got sacked.
You didn't throw a punch.
Okay, next. Rambo 3, Commodore 64, Ocean 1988. Really been looking forward to this one. Listen to that beautiful SID tune. And the graphics, just out of this world. Fantastic.
Working those angles, Mark.
Okay, showcasing this dream on my Commodore 128D. Just look at that. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, a hot bunch of heroes. Let's go. No, this is not the sort of game I was expecting from such an action hero. So my verdict is, the first one was better. Okay, another real treat in the form of the real Ghostbusters, Commodore 64, Activision, 1989. Okay, nice splash screen there for loading. There we go. Beautiful. The music's a bit... What? Okay, what is this? Let's redeem ourselves by pressing the infamous Ghostbusters spacebar. There's nothing there. What is this? What is this? I'm not really sure what this is. So, like my verdict is...
Yes, load the original. Now hit that spacebar. Best part of the game.
Okay, next, Retrograde, Commodore 64, Thalamus, 1989. Thalamus did some cracking games back in the day. This is beautiful. Look at those graphics. What a great tune. Really looking forward to this game. What a great menu there. Lots of detail. This is going to be spectacular. Oh, what is this? It's a Defender clone, but a not very good Defender clone. So my verdict is, I thought Thalamus games were meant to be good. And finally, RoboCop 2, Commodore 64, Ocean 1990. Beautiful ocean graphics there. Loading, beautiful RoboCop 2 shooting. That's fine. Okay, let's start. What was that? I see, Mr. RoboCop. I didn't realise. Okay, so here's the game. Okay, it's big, it's bright. There's lots of scrolling when it moves. What is that? What is that? What is that? What is that? Oh, what is that? Anyway, thank you for joining me on my R Games review. So don't be shy, give R Games a try. And don't forget to click subscribe and save for your trusty retro man cave. All tight.
You done? Done? You sure? I think he's done. And don't forget, what was that? And don't forget from the first video, as Mark said, the more you stream, the bigger the dream. I think that was his catchphrase from the first one. Superb entry as always, Mark. I think you've smashed all of the R games there. Wow, that Dragon 32 cartridge, how much did that cost you? How much did that cost you? That looked awful. Keep them coming, Mark. Keep them coming. So I'm going to have to make a folder called Done, so I can keep an eye on what we've actually been through here. So what do we got next? We've got show and tells. We've got games. Let's go to Tim, because I always, for some reason, because Tim, because it organises everything in alphabetical order. Tim always ends up last. So let's push Tim up the queue. What do you got for us, Tim? Another PC or keyboard?
Hi, Tim here for the letter R. I was very tempted to pick the PC game which really kind of delivered on the promise of CD, at least for me. It felt like a game worth playing.
Hang on, isn't
and in
this
fact also considered a game on CD that made good use of cutscenes and was good fun to play.
I'll just play the video again
and
tomorrow.
I also thought about the GameCube ones, which showed off what a great little console that was, and graphically how it could do good stuff. But in the end, I decided not to go with Star Wars on this occasion, despite the fact that I do love at least the first 3 movies a lot. And I picked Resident Evil 4. And because it's the one I've really enjoyed playing. The control mechanism took a bit of getting used to, the tank-like movement. But that somehow just makes it even more creepy, because it's, you can't just whiz around the place, and you've got to move around with a bit more care.
Mumbo says that's
and of course, facing
Evil.
up to a village of people under the influence of a brain implant, mumbling away with pitchforks and whatnot. Really creepy and quite challenging at times. So really enjoyed it, and I found it really creepy, and fond memories of playing it. So that's why I've picked Resident Evil 4, and I'm sure I won't be the only one that considers this a classic and enjoyable creepy game. So that is me for the letter R. I will see you for the letter S.
Thank you, Tim. Grant says which Mark? That's Mark H. And he does actually have a channel. He doesn't put that kind of content on his channel. Let me just grab the link for you. Thank you, Tim. Resident Evil is, of course, the same sort of kind of game as Alone in the Dark. Was Alone in the Dark the first like that, or was there anything before it? Let's find this link for you. Yeah, Mark Hesselop. Here's the link in the chat to Mark's channel. What's on his channel is the development of a C64 game that he's making. He does do the voice. He does do the voice. He's got 29 subscribers. Oh, go on, give him a surprise. Give him the surprise, and then maybe we can encourage him to do more DJ Mark videos. He could be the new Derek Findas. So, right, I'm going to refresh this. I want to see those sub numbers go up. 38. Keep it going. Keep it going. Let's see if we can double the size of his channel. 39. There's the link again. Come on. DJ Mark, he's got 47 subscribers. Go on, 53. We've doubled it. I'm sure we have, haven't we? 57, yeah, we've doubled the size of his subscriber count. Well done, everyone. 62. I have gone mad with power. 65, right. We've got to now get him to do his DJ Mark videos. 67. That's hilarious. Well done, everyone. Proud of you. Okay, where are we next then? So we've had Tim. Let's put Tim in the done folder. Tim is done. Oh, I've got to close the video first. There we go. Let's do another Tim. Tim P. Tim is using his Mister. Raid. What you got for us, Tim? R is for Revenge of the Mutant Camels. There's some very quiet music. Yeah, I just put the normal music back on because it's so quiet. But Jeff Minter game, who I did have the pleasure of meeting at Play Expo in Blackpool and played a game of Robotron with him. Well, watched him play and then he watched me play, and of course he's incredible at Robotron because he made Llamatron. He made a clone of it, so he knows what he's doing. Very nice guy. And if you follow him on Twitter, you can watch him feed his sheep every morning and his llamas, which is quite cathartic to watch a man feeding sheep. Yeah, that's right, Ralph. Nice thing to watch. And I did watch, I think it was on AntStream. I watched some teenagers play Revenge of the Mutant Camels on Twitch a while back. They'd never heard of it. They just picked it randomly. And it's, you know, being a Jeff Minter game, it's so psychedelic, it just melted their brains. They couldn't believe that something like that had been made in the 80s. It was like discovering that your mum and dad did something cool when they were younger. That was the kind of reaction. Like, no, our generation invented this kind of coolness. This couldn't have existed 35 years ago. It was very funny to watch unfold. It's time for Russ. What you got for us, Russ?
What-o, Cave Dwellers?
What-o?
Yes, it's still my Amiga, and once again, a perfectly legitimate copy of a game. And this quality joystick. Hey!
One of the most frustrating games ever made. But it just kept you coming back.
Something I always loved about this.
It's so unfair. It's such an unfair game. Dead. Dead.
Yeah. It's rigged dangerous.
It is a memory game.
And it's okay. But also available on this perfectly legitimate disc is another game beginning with R.
Robocop?
Have you guessed what it is yet?
Yes.
Terms upon my trust. Protect the innocent. Uphold the law.
Yep. I'd actually forgotten what this thing sounded like.
See, I had it on the Amstrad CPC. I didn't play it on the Amiga. And it was great on the Amstrad.
There he is. This was pretty. I can't film this and play it at the same time. But yeah, I remember this being impressive in the 90s. Ish.
There's a soundboard.
Well, that's it for my R games. Back to you, Neil. What okay it was.
Okay, that was an abrupt end. Thank you, Russ. Yeah, so I didn't have Robocop on the Amiga, and it's one of those games that came out on the Amiga and was so obviously a port from 8-bit versions. Do you know what I mean? It didn't really push the Amiga in so much of what the Amiga was capable of. It may have done just because it was badly programmed. Like, for example, why does it have that border? The Amiga could handle, you've seen Turrican 2. The Amiga could perfectly well handle a side-scroller like that. Come on, make an effort. That could have had much chunkier sprites. But on the Amstrad CPC, brilliant. We loved it anyway, says Russ. Yeah, I'm not saying it's a bad game, just saying it's an 8-bit port on a 16-bit machine, and quite obviously so. It's not even a good border. And then we had Robocop 3 on the Amiga by DID, which was basically using the F-29 Retaliator engine, the flight sim engine, and was just this 3D epic. Robocop 3 was incredible. On the same machine, such a different game to that. What do we got next? Thank you, Russ. That was a great double entry. Next we've got... Oh, I should have played this earlier. Do you remember yesterday? Or no, not yesterday. Nothing happened yesterday. Last week, Friday. We looked at Bjorn's cave. Bjorn's beautiful Commodore cave. And he mentioned that he arranges a demo party. And this year, because of the event, he's invited us all because it's a streaming party. So, here is Bjorn's. I haven't watched it yet, but here's Bjorn's demo party invite to all of us. Is there audio? Oh, Amos. Cool. 5th to the 7th of June. Form data. Situated in a medieval hall from the 13th century. Yeah, I don't think it's featuring peers and friends unless they're all remote. But it's still going ahead. Sorry, I'm not the volume down. Oh man. Demo party in a castle. Good luck with your Wi-Fi through those walls. Does look stunning, doesn't it? Makes you want to play Moonstone in there. Or Defender of the Crown. The party is focused on the C64, Amiga and other retro systems of the 80s and early 90s. We prefer original hardware. Ashok, thank you for the sub. Let me find you a link now. Haha, love that signage. So, I'll put the link in the chat. There we go. So they've got a little update about the event. Yeah, due to the event, we are doing a live stream only for 2020. You can submit your competitions, your demos, your music, your pictures. And here are some of the things that are happening. Saturday, Populous head-to-head compo, stunt car racer competition, decathlon. That must be Daley Thompson's decathlon or something. Oh, good lord! Look at that late night gaming. So there you go. Find out everything you want to on that link in the chat, and I don't know, maybe we can hang out and watch it together or something. 5th to the 7th of June, or maybe just on the Saturday now. We can talk about it. I've put a link in Discord as well. Something fun to do. So that was Bjorn's demo. Let's go to our good friend Custado. Ooh, Custado, what are you treating us to here? Ambassador, you're really spoiling us.
Hello, cave dwellers. My pick for the letter R is Rez. Rez is an on-rail shooter that was originally released for the Dreamcast, but is now available on a lot of platforms.
Hello,
The version you see here is the PC version. It's a psychedelic mix of on-rail shooting and music and graphic effects, and it's absolutely amazing, especially in VR. In VR, this game really shines. Highly recommend it. Go play Rez if you haven't.
I haven't.
And now back to Neil in the studio.
Thank you, Custado. This is where I get to use my catchphrase. Looks great. Never played it. You say it's good in VR. Do you know what? That has got a real Tron vibe to it. I think if I played that in VR, I could really feel like I'm in Tron. That looks awesome. Put that on the list of games to try. White Dragon says motion sickness at its best. And Mark's played it on PSVR. Awesome. Thank you, Custado. Next up, we're going to the Retro Box Room for Fair Fight 14. Oh, yes, I already know I'm going to like this one. This is a quality game. Let's see what Fair Fight's got to say about it.
Hi, Cave Dwellers. So we have Revolt by Acclaim, 1999, I think it is. It recommends that you have a P2 266 megahertz or better
power
and that sort of spec. Now, I really wanted this game when it came out at the time, but I never got my hands on it. I did play it on a friend's computer, and I sort of played around it every now and again, and I thought it was a really good game, and then I completely forgot about it, and then I came across RC Games again, and I was like trying to figure out which one it was, and it was Revolt, was the one that I'd been playing. Now, with this though, it came out on the N64, it came out on the PlayStation, PC obviously, but there's also a demo kicking around on the Xbox, the original Xbox. Now let's have the instruction booklet. I know some of you are really interested in numbers. Well. It's 20.
20 pages.
It's 16, really the more important bits that you need to know. And it tells you all this, that and the other, and it tells you a little bit about trying to keep, slowing down on corners, accelerating out, all that sort of thing you're supposed to know about playing car games. And then the instructions on the how to steer it and everything if you're using a keyboard. No wonder they recommend the gamepad and whatnot, or a joystick. The instructions are just so strange. I'm assuming it means numbers on numeric keypad for directions, but accelerations F1, decelerations F2. Thankfully, you can reconfigure them in the menu system.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to play it with keyboard. You
and
do
then
need
you
the
get the
analog
CD,
stick.
which looks like that there and back. Nice little red looking CD. And then they throw in a pamphlet, sort of booklet thing, telling you about Revolt, so you can buy it, which stuff. But obviously what they're trying to do is get you to buy one of their many other games. A quick look through, see if you recognise any of them.
A bit of Turok.
Shadow a few more.
South Park.
And there we go. But what I want to show you is the fan base, what you can get for this Revolt. It's still going. It was updated this year, here in 2020, and it's still possible to play this game on a Windows 10 machine. So let's have a quick look at what the graphics look like today. You're basically greeted with this front menu. As some of you that might have played this game before will notice, there's no music. That's been removed on an update. Let's be honest, no one really bothers with the music anyway. So let's start the race. Just rattling on through just to get you going to see what it shows you. And even by today's graphics, it's very, very playable.
Oh, hello, all frozen.
As I say, there's a large fan base, and so you can get new cars, new levels. You can even play online. And then you,
That's what it is.
as I say,
I did this before Fair Fight, didn't
as I say, there's a large fan base, and so you can get very, very playable.
I don't know why it keeps freezing for Fair Fight.
And even by today,
Hang on, let me just reopen the file. That's jolly frustrating. I wanted to see the game in action.
graphics, it's very, very playable.
Well, anyway, imagine a much
new
better
levels.
micro machines.
You
There we
can
go. It's
play
moving.
online
It's
still if
moving.
you mess around enough. So I just want to bring this to people to actually have a look at again.
Yeah, the controls were
Thanks
really
for watching,
twitchy,
and
weren't they?
thank you, Neil. Hi, Cave
Oh, there we
Dwellers.
go, that's
So
good
we
to
have.
Yeah, great game. We did play it in the RMC game. Well, we tried to play it in the RMC Game Club probably 6 or 8 months ago. Nulani was mentioning in the chat that he played it with us. And it was a struggle, but we did get to play it online. I think we had to set up VPNs to be able to play against each other rather than being able to play it straight off on the internet. There were fan patches and things to try and help you to play it online, but we didn't have much success with that. But if new updates have been coming out this year, then it's probably progressed beyond even what we tried. And it's just such a great playable game, such a fun game. I think I did play it through to completion. I was that into it. And yeah, I would describe it as a better Micro Machines. I haven't played Bacon, Mark. Next up, it's our good friend Jamie from Morgan Just Games. In fact, hello. Look. Have a guess what he's going to show us. Before we move on, I must give you a link to the Retro Box Room and also Jamie. So let's get a link. There we go. If you're not already subscribed, there is Retro Box Room's channel. And let's see what Jamie's got for us. And before we do, look at that lovely wall of Amiga games. Jamie is a big Amiga man. Look at them all. Some lovely Psygnosis ones up there. Brand new copy of Rygar, the new release. CD32 games, Microcosm, Pinball Dreams. What else have we got there? Space Hulk. Viz. Xenon 2, Gods. Anyway.
Hello Cave Dwellers, hello Neil, hello Retro Man Cave. My name's Jamie and I'm from Warner's Games. Thank you for doing these videos, Neil. They really are fantastic to watch. A great way of finding out about new channels that I wasn't aware of before, and to interact and of course see the collections and their caves. But anyway, I'm taking part today for the first time and I'm doing the R question today. So what is my favourite R game? For my R question, I've gone for R-Type. It's my favourite game of all time, and that was the
choice.
first game I completed on the Amiga, which is so long ago now. But since that day I saw it, I just turned into a big shoot 'em up fan, and ever since then I've bought so many versions. But I'll show you some of them. I'll try and keep this video down to a reasonable level, but the problem is I don't have a big enough table. That's my problem. The problem I've got, Neil, is 1, I can't fit it all in shot, 2, my table's not big enough, and 3, I need a man cave. Now, after playing it on the Amiga, I got it on the CG4 not long after that. It's the Hit Squad version. I've got R-Type Delta on the PlayStation 1. This is a superb game. If you haven't played it, I definitely recommend it. Really, really top notch. Protect, destroy, and survive.
Didn't
Pretty
know
much
there
every
were so
game,
many
really.
R-types.
Also got it on Master System. I got this one in 2019, so not had it very, very long. But another tremendous game and a good quality case. But no manual, unfortunately. I've also got it on the Game Boy Color, and I haven't played my Game Boy for about 15 years. It's been a long time, so I'm going to play it today. I bought myself some batteries and relive it.
Oh, I hope the screen's up to moving.
I don't know how well
quickly.
this is coming out, Neil, but this is actually quite uncomfortable for me. I'm sitting here in quite an uncomfortable way, trying to keep this camera in shot, try and keep it in focus, and try and keep the speaker close to the microphone. And also, not good lighting. But this is R-Type on the Game Boy Color. I haven't played it for about 15 years.
Oh, Jamie, this is R-Type on the Game Boy
It's quite
Color.
difficult.
And I hate everything about the experience of filming this.
And my dad bought me this Game Boy Color. It had Tetris with it, and I didn't waste any time. I went straight to the shop the following day and bought this. Bought it from Dixon's.
Great soundtrack.
Right,
yeah.
boss battle. Can I do it the usual way?
Hello, Mike. You'll be pleased to know your mug went out.
This is definitely going to be the most uncomfortable way I've done it.
There's that
There we go.
iconic
Pow!
end
Have some
level
of that.
boss.
Stage 1 clear. This is actually for the SNES. It's a collector's edition. I got it in 2019, but it came out in 2018.
That's nice.
Limited to 2,800. I got 1,654. Comes with a notepad, which is fantastic. However, I'm never going to use it. It's too good to use.
Must not sully the notepad.
Got some nice badges to it as well. And there's the box, which the cartridge came into. R-Type 3, Third Lightning, and Super R-Type. There we go. Brilliant game. Apart from collecting games, another hobby I have is making hammer beads, which you can see behind me. But I've made my R9 there, which also has detachable forces. Got that
So
one.
cool how he does this.
And the final one. And also, I made another one quite recently. The problem I've got at the moment is I'm running low on space, which is why my hammer beads are now making their way into the kitchen. But there's one of my latest ones I've made, which is like double the size of the one I just showed you. Yeah, that took me about 3 hours. So art was actually quite easy for me. But also, I hope this video makes its way into your vlog, and hopefully the video is not too long. But also, what else is awesome that starts with R?
Oh, hello. We've got a time lapse. Oh, I see where this is going. Jamie, you put so much effort into this. With the tape measure. That's not me.
Thank you, Neil, for the opportunity. Really enjoying these videos. Thank you for doing them. And also, keep up the good work. Your channel is doing absolutely superbly well, which is highly deserved. Thank you very much. And I look forward to seeing what else is picked for R. Until then, take it easy, Cave Dwellers. Ciao, bye. See ya.
Thank you very much, Jamie. That was awesome. Also, must point out, he decided not to pick this game up here. Rise of the Robots. Is anyone going to pick that as an R game? And Jamie also, I saw the other day when I was watching, because Jamie makes weekly vlogs about the event, and you were making one of these and then you ironed it. Is that the same thing? Are you running the iron over these, or are you using a different kind of bead? Excuse my ignorance. But it looked really good after you ironed it. What's that all about? Anyway, one more time. Here's a link to Jamie's channel. Rise of the Robots finally got released. You need to iron them to melt them. So that's what you're doing. You're just melting the beads to get rid of the holes in the middle, are you? And then it just makes a much nicer looking thing. Got it. Got it. Yeah, and they do look so cool. Perfect. Pixel perfect. Got WizKid there. Robocop. Guybrush. It's a Pidia, isn't it? Monty Python. Pang. That's not Rainbow Islands. Is that Parasol Stars? Fire and Ice. I want to. Oh, what are these ones? Wiz and Liz? No. Tell me who these ones are. Yeah, Sam and Max. Rodland. That's it. Rodland. Awesome. DB Gumby. Rod Holand. Okay, moving on to the next one. Let's smash through a few pictures because we got so many. So these are David's R's suggestion. Let's all look at David's R's. Redneck Rampage. Another game I played all the way to the end on every difficulty level. It was just hilarious. It was just hilarious. It was a good game. It was an outstanding game, but the humour was just brilliant. And Ridge Racer Type 4, which is one of the few games I've played on my PSP. And yeah, it's got that classic Ridge Racer feel. Easy to pick up and play for short bursts. Where's Gizmo? Where do you think she is? She's in the same place she always is. Sleeping in the chair. And squeaking. She's such a vocal cat. I need to give her a microphone. She's hangry at the moment because we made the mistake of giving her some cheap cat food because it's all we could find at the time. I can't remember what brand it was, but it was like the equivalent of giving your cat McDonald's. And then when we finally could get the sort of the healthy food, she doesn't want it anymore. She's like, no, give me the junk, give me the crap. I liked it. So she's just a bit angry at the moment until she gives up and eats it. Okay, let's go and see Asnivore. I think effort has been applied here. Big effort. Let's have a look.
Hello, old people of the internet. I'm Asnivore. I wanted to show you my favourite Spectrum game, but as you can see, my Sinclair Spectrum is a little worse for wear.
Right, whispering
so
bolt.
Instead, let me take you on a wonderful journey. In the 90s, there was something called a news agent. Whilst men in suits stood less than 2 meters apart, yours truly bought this. And on its cover tape was the best game ever. Julian Gollop's Rebel Star 2. Whilst borrowing much from the previous Gollop games, Rebel Star, Lords of Chaos, and Chaos Battle of the Wizards, this is a direct precursor to the Laser Squad and XCOM franchises. An excerpt from the manual, read by a Welsh computer.
Rebel Star is threatened by an alien race which has established itself on the nearby planet of Thracex. The Rebel Star Raiders must eliminate the alien menace, particularly the alien queen which produces eggs for new colonies. Capturing alien eggs is vital for developing future methods of combating the aliens' expansion. However, there is only limited time before the Raiders' escape shuttle takes off. This mission is fraught with danger in the hostile alien environment. Be sure to succeed.
So your Rebel Star Marines have to land on a planet, assault the enemy base, kill all the aliens, kill the Queen, take all her eggs, and get back on the spaceship before the turns run out. Armed only with laser weapons, autocannons, lightsabers, and massive amounts of copyright infringement. Now I'll leave you to enjoy the game in all its high fidelity glory.
Wow. Let's knock that volume down while it's playing. You can hear the lasers. Wow, Asnivor, what a video. I really like your... It's not over. He's done. 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 I think he's done. He's done. Well done, Asnivor. Do you know what? I really think at the end of this, what we need is... I own the domain. I think I still own the domain. Cave Network. Or The Cave Network. All of you guys need to open YouTube channels. And we can just have a network, a cave network of all your channels so that people can enjoy them. Good God, that was brilliant. Particularly liked the Welsh computer. So let's put Asnivor in the done but not forgotten folder. Next up, this is Mark's submission. Ooh, similar to Tim's, he's got his latest Retro Gamer magazine. Got mine here. Ready to Rumble Boxing. Now that is a game that I used to play. I borrowed my friend's Dreamcast, my friend Alex, and I played it, and the graphics were fantastic. There wasn't a huge amount of depth to the game. I don't know if that got any better as the series progressed. But of course, the most memorable character was the Afro guy. Loved him. And there was a guy who was very much like Butterbean. It was good fun. It was good fun. It just didn't have a huge amount of depth. It was no 4D sports boxing. And Mark says... Couple of submissions. I never had a GameCube, but fell in love with this and a couple of other games via the first Wii console. I'm guessing that's Rogue Leader. And picked up a few GameCube controllers and games for next to nothing. The graphics and atmosphere of Rogue Leader are great, and the sheer multiplayer fun of Ready to Rumble made it my second favourite Dreamcast game. I have to wait for V to send in my favourite. What could that be? Keep safe and well. Thanks for the diaries, although my wife does wonder what can be so important for an hour or an hour and a half. Thank you, Mark. Power Stone was probably my favourite Dreamcast game. I haven't played a huge amount of Dreamcast games, but Power Stone was one of my favourites. We need to release some kind of comedic top 10 videos. We need a highlights reel. It's going to take a lot of time to go through all of these videos and pick highlights out, but yeah. Mark says Dreamcast is an amazing system. Watch this space. I wonder what he could be talking about. Perhaps a Mark Fixes Stuff RMC Dreamcast collaboration? I couldn't possibly tell. Okay, we've got these left. We are getting through them. Mark Central. Rad Racer. 209 miles per hour. He's getting great guns there. We do, Pints and Amiga. Pints and Amiga will be having a charity stream in June. Rather nicely, an American channel doing a charity stream for the NHS. Or an NHS charity. That's right, isn't it? Which is just really lovely. So I am going to be getting involved in that. Make a little appearance, maybe take them on at some games. So I'll let you know all the details when we get closer to the time, so you guys can come and drop in. Yes, yeah, great. Neil is muted compilation. So we've got some footage. This is just a link that Mark sent in of Rad Racer. It works well, doesn't it? It's taking that Night Racer theme of minimalist graphics, but actually, you know, it worked a lot better than just the sticks on the side of the road. That really flies. So this game had a novel feature where you could activate 3D mode by pressing the NES controller's select button and wear 3D glasses. Unfortunately, I never owned a Power Glove as marketed by the Wizard movie. Mumbo mentions the Power Glove. There's another video here for me to click on. Let's have a look. See if we get to see the Power Glove in action. Oh, there it is. In all its low resolution glory. Isn't that that's the kid from the Wonder Years, isn't it? That was always chasing after Winnie. Fred someone. Fred Savage, that's him. Yeah, see, that's not a nighttime course actually. That's a daytime course, but that's going at a hell of a lick on a NES. That's impressive. That awful. But there you go. I'm sure the movie sold lots of Power Gloves. I can't unmute it. I'll definitely get a strike if I unmute it. Thank you, Mark. So many marks. It's our good friend Mumbo. What you got for us, Mumbo? ZX Spectrum? No? Oh, sorry, I misread your thing. Okay, we're back on the Pico. Do I know how it works yet? No. I'm waiting for your video demonstration. But look, it's Richard Scary or Scary, and his wonderful illustrations. Do love his work. Mumbo says it's Richard Scary's Huckle and Lowly's busiest day ever for the Sega Pico. Here's some gameplay I found. Okay, let's have a look at that. Let's get a bit of audio on this. If we can. Kind of reminds me of Pac-Land to that audio.
Everyone in Busy Town is busy doing their jobs.
We've got some speech.
The bakery smells so good.
I remember bakeries.
Hi, Bakery
Remember when you could go to
Can
them?
we watch how you bake bread?
Well, the Pico has a lot more speech than I thought it would.
Yum, yum, thank you.
The bakers make good things to eat.
Well, there we go. The bakers make good things to eat. My other R game is the Rub Rabbits for Nintendo DS. The Rub Rabbits. Do I really want to click on this? Is this some kind of Ann Summers game? Go. The Rub Rabbits. The box tells me nothing. From the ingenious minds at Sonic Team comes a quirky comedy adventure that does more with your Nintendo DS than you could possibly imagine. Tap, rub, yell, and even rotate. Here's 35 episodes and 7 games modes to take your touchscreen fun to a whole new level. Touch, rub, blow. So, this game is a prequel to Project Rub. / Feel the Magic XYXX / Kimi no Tame Nara Shineru, which translates to I would die for you. The Rub Rabbit is known in Japan as Akachan Wadoko Karakuru. No? Akachan Wadoko Karakuru no, which translates to where do babies come from? Good God. I can possibly guess what you're thinking, but this is rated PEGI 7+, so it's not a rude game. Oh, there's a gameplay video. I have to see this in action. Well, I mean, it's difficult because you can't see what the person's doing on the screen. I think you really need to see. Are they rubbing? Are they blowing? What are they doing to make this happen? I have no idea what's going on. You got the girl. Was that a happy ending? The more I click, the more confused I am. Shooting love robots. Upside down lady. Trying to enter a robotic chicken. Anyone? That's that. Rub it, love it, rabbit. For ages 7 up. I've seen weirder, says Nulani. Well, at least Richard, what was that one called? Huckle and Lowly's Busiest Day Ever. That looks nice and wholesome. Trip to the bakery, no rubbing. There's even a CD release of the soundtrack for this game and Project Rub, of course, in Japan only, which I sadly don't have. And the guy who sang Daytona sings some of the tunes on the CD. Retro Man Cave, back to you. Thank you, Mumbo. That was certainly an education. I know that's a thing now. Something about that, Neil, just ain't right. I don't trust it either, Pints. I don't trust it. Phil says my R game is Roller Coaster Tycoon. Remember that game, Roller Toaster? I've spent countless hours on this, and in my opinion, it's one of the best games ever made. So simple and easy to use. I built some amazing rides and parks with this game, and now with thanks to the people at OpenRCT2.org, that's the number 2, OpenRCT2.org, I'm playing it again. The work they're doing on the game is brilliant, and the multiplayer mode online works very well. Keep up the good work, Phil. P.S. The name of the park has PNG files of the park me and my mate just finished on OpenRCT2. The folder. Oh, I'm sorry, I haven't got that link open. Sorry, I've just downloaded the pictures that I saw, so I haven't got pictures of your theme park. Chris Sawyer of Transport Tycoon, of course, made this. Yeah, just awesome game, awesome game. Do you know, when I was a kid, I went to Florida. I was very lucky in that my Kevin Tom's roller toaster simulator. I was very lucky in that my parents took me to Florida and we did the whole Disney and all of that stuff when I was, about 11 or 12 years old. And we went to the Epcot Centre, and in the Epcot Centre they had a bunch of computers where you could design your own roller coaster and then ride it in 3D. And in the very early 90s, late 80s, that was just mind-blowing. It was mind-blowing that you could watch it in fully 3D, like really good quality 3D after making a roller coaster. I think all it was tons of video clips just stitched together. So if you had a left turn, it played the left turn video clip, but it worked and it was awesome. The only problem was I played it so much that my parents kind of just wandered off and lost me for the rest of the day. So I spent half a day lost in the Epcot Centre. There were no tannoy announcements. I don't even know if they knew they lost me. Because it wouldn't be until the end of the day when the announcement came that the park is now closing and everyone has to leave that I thought, I'll just stand on this wall at the exit and hope they see me. Hundreds of thousands of people going out, and they did see me, and it was a happy ending. But could have put an announcement out. We've lost our child. Yeah, it wasn't a bad place to get lost. It was probably the best day of my life. I also got to sit in the Back to the Future car at Universal Studios and Kit from Knight Rider, which was positioned on an island. You had to walk across a bridge to get to the island and then sit in Kit, and then you talk to Kit. Clearly it wasn't AI, it was just some guy pressing a button on a microphone, but it was awesome. Grant, thank you for another super chat. $5. Do you have a link to the Pints and Amiga charity stream? I don't know that I do. Can you email it to me quickly, please, mate? retromancave@gmail.com, and I'll pick it up from the email. I've got the email open now. Ready and waiting, sir. I'll wait for that to come in. So let's go to another R game. Yeah, I really need to get another mailbox, don't I, Mark? Just for this. Or an FTP. Maybe I should just set up an FTP and everyone can dump their submissions into that. Russ. We've done Russ. Russ has got an empty folder. Tina. I think this is Sheepy Tina. You sat in a kit once. Do you know what? One Click Print, local craftsman global delivery. Jamie at One Click Print, who runs that. He owns 2 kit cars. One that he's done up and one that he's working on. Mumbo, I did copy and paste everything I saw in your email. Sorry if I missed some part of it. I don't have the email anymore. What I do is I download and delete. So let me just jump back into that. Let's see if I did miss something. Okay, here we go. So this is that Rubro Hits. You play as a guy that's trying to beat other guys at gaining the affection of a girl. After you successfully attract her, another girl who's a bit crazy brainwashes the other men into trying to capture you so that she can have you for herself. You go through a series of mini-games that can involve you getting yourself and others in and out of trouble, rescuing your love interest or bonding with her. The mini-games sometimes make use of the microphone and may even require you to hold the console sideways or upside down. Sounds like my love life. Yeah, Ralph, story of my life. We've all been there. That game's not right. Here we go, I've got an email from Pints and Amiga, and I've got a link. And there is the link. Of course, I will tell you all about Pints and Amiga's stream closer to the time, but they've got the Just Giving up and running. Chief, thank you so much for the €3. As soon as the coffee shops are open, I'll get myself a coffee. Thank you. There you go. So it's obviously just started. They've got a goal of 500 and they made £10. So I'm sure by June we can get that up. And it's all in the name of the NHS. So nice that you're doing it for us over here in the UK. You know, because we get a lot of news from America over here about how you perceive our National Health Service to be. Usually it comes across as negative. Usually it's sort of the US opinion is, you know, we don't want that kind of thing. It's too socialist. So to see you guys support it is really nice. It's really nice to see. So where was I? I was up to Tina. That was Tina. Here's my submission for the letter R as a video. Apologies for the background noise, and if I sound scattered as I was in the middle of making dinner. Okay. I wonder if we'll get to see dinner. Let's make sure we've got some audio.
Good day, RMC and friends.
Good day.
Good day, RMC and friends. Just popping in with a quick video to show my game starting with the letter R. And that game is Russell Grant's Astrology.
Oh my god.
Just kidding. It's Rodea the Sky Soldier.
Don't give us Russell Grant.
This is a Wii game, but it's also a Wii U game. There's a story with the development and publisher kind of screwing the developers over. But basically, this is by Yuji Naka, the creator of Sonic and Nights into Dreams. And this is sort of a spiritual successor to Nights into Dreams. It plays with pointer controls on the Wii, and the Wii version was done like well in advance of release. This came out in 2015 because they wanted to make the publisher wanted to make Wii U and 3DS versions.
I love the art.
Which they did themselves. And yeah, this is actually 2 games in one. So there's the Wii game and the Wii U game, and reversible cover art. So on one side Wii U, and on the other side's the Wii.
It's like when you used to get a Mastertronics game and it was Amstrad on one side and ZX Spectrum on the other. Love it.
You don't want to play the Wii U version. Yeah. The Wii version is the original vision, and the Wii U and 3DS versions are not as good. But anyway, if you're a fan of Nights into Dreams, I definitely recommend just getting the cover back in. Rodea the Sky Soldier for the Wii, if you can even find a copy now. Thank you, everyone.
Looks like
if
a great game.
If you can even find a copy now.
Never played it. I have a Wii. I need to get that Wii sorted out to play from SD cards. Or however you do it with the Wii. I haven't looked into it so that I can play games like that. Oh, Gizmo wants to go out. Go on then. Come back in 30 seconds. Did Russell Grant predict the event? Thank you, Tina. I hope dinner was good. And she says, one thing I neglected to add in the video, my friend Blaze Hedgehog has an excellent video on the development and version differences in Rodea the Sky Soldier. Here is a link. Okay, so we won't watch it, but we will subscribe to Blaze Hedgehog. Looks like a good video already. And I'll put a link in the chat. There you go, if you're interested. Oh no, that's that's the Just Giving link. Bear with. That's the link to Blaze Hedgehog. Then you can go and learn about the development of that game. So, what have we got next? We've got getting through them now. Getting through them. Johan's R game. What have you got for us, Johan? Is that the calendar? I think that might be the calendar. Make sure you got your audio.
Hello, cave dwellers. For today's R game, I have decided to go way back to the 8-bit era when I still had full use of my Commodore 128. And that game is this.
Another RoboCop.
My camera will focus. RoboCop. Got this in the UK long time ago, on cassette, which was usual for the UK. Not much of a manual on this one, just 5 or 6 pages, but it's bilingual, both in English and Italian, for some reason. So, that's my R game, and back to you in the studio.
Lovely. Well, we've seen some RoboCop today. Hello. It's awesome. I've just redone the cave. As some of you know, I bought some new furniture. And I've got a whole new wall, a game wall, in which I can film in front of, and a systems wall. I'll give you a tour soon. But I've made sure that my RoboCop is on display. One of the crates I've made into like a film crate. So I've got Predator, RoboCop, you know, all of the film games I can find in there with a laser disc behind it. Looks awesome. Red Crayon with the £19.99. Thanks for entertaining us through the lockdown. It's my absolute pleasure. And that's so generous of you. I could buy a really good Amiga game with that. I can go down to John Menzies, and I don't have to get the budget games with £19.99. I can get myself a serious game. I can buy Outrun on the Amiga and spend the rest of my life regretting it. Thank you, very kind indeed. Right, where were we? Johan's actually called it his R game in the description, in the file name. So I was certain that was going to be Pirates, but it wasn't. Let's see what Rob's got for us. Why would it be Pirates? Pirates doesn't start with R. What am I talking about? But, you know, he might have used a bit of artistic impression to just go, yeah, R, Pirates. What am I talking about? Oh, hello. Right. I'm going to give you a moment to guess what you think this is. Yes, Aznavor's got it. Aznavor's got it. And why have we got RoboCop from Ariston? Well, if you're not in the UK, you're about to find out. Oh, let's have some more audio. That's very quiet. Right, still very quiet. Bear with. You have to hear this. Let's give him 20. I'm so sorry. I just blasted my own ears off. Mumbo knew it was coming. If it's any consolation, I blew my own ears off. Okay, you'd probably rather I muted myself. Sorry, everyone. Sorry. Sorry. Right. Sorry to your cat, Jamie. Tremendous effort.
Evening, Cave Dwellers. Well, as you've probably guessed, my choice for the letter R is RoboCop. Now, I'm going to do this by eating none other than
what is that?
Baby food.
What is that?
Mango chicken curry, no less. So let's give this a try.
Oh, of course. RoboCop lived on baby food, didn't he?
Oh my god, that's horrible.
I think it is Baby Neil, isn't it?
Oh, good god.
Richard, you've got competition for the
anyway.
Weirdness.
So yeah, RoboCop by Ocean came out in 1988. Ocean secured the rights to the franchise while the film was still in production. I think they bought it for something like $15,000 or something, and developed the game, which went on to sell millions, put Ocean on the map. I think the Spectrum version was in the charts at number 1 for like 18 months or something. And then when Data East wanted to produce the arcade game, they obviously had to get the license from Ocean, and that's why you see Ocean on the arcade machine marquee. And
it's gone back for more.
Oh God, this was not a good idea. So, as you can see, came with a sticker.
Oh, mine's missing that. I always wondered what it looked like.
And the manual was just 1 page long.
Yeah, I've got the poster. That's
Oh,
awesome.
came with a big poster.
I've actually reproduced that and framed it.
So yeah, Robocop, like I said, it came out in 1988. I didn't get it until I think 1989. I originally copied it off my friend's copy of Robocop, and I only gave him, I think it was a C30 cassette, so it was like 15 minutes on each side, and it only recorded the first level or the first few levels, and then when I played to the end of the third level, I realised I didn't have the full game. So yeah, ended up having to buy the game eventually, and then obviously when I got an Amiga, I got it on the Amiga as well, which is a lot better because it's more like the arcade game. How the hell do babies eat this? How does Robocop eat this? Anyway, let's have a look at the gameplay.
If you can taste it, at least you know you're not infected.
So here we are. This is the Commodore 64 version.
Oh, we haven't seen this one today.
Colours are very.
See, the C64 doesn't have borders around it like the Amiga.
It's not bland. It's just a bit too
Yeah,
dark.
those horrible borders.
Amstrad version looks a lot better.
Another fan of
And
the
I hate
Amstrad
how you
version.
have to push up to jump. Actually, it's up and fire.
Also, did Robocop just
you only
start
get
with
one
his
life.
gun?
You only get.
Normally you have to get a little way through the
there you
level
go.
before you
One
get
life.
the gun.
So here we have the Amiga version, which is very similar to the arcade.
Mike's got the arcade.
Here we are.
The guys on motorbikes always used to really annoy me in this game. I could never time them right. And a bit later in the game,
again,
there's a really massive gun. It's like a sniper rifle,
up and
but
fire
it
again.
does massive damage. Love that gun.
So I preferred this version.
See, he's got no gun there.
To the
This is
Commodore
horrible
64. My
bikes.
friend had an Amiga, I had a Commodore 64, and I used to always
You
go
should
around and
take it
play
out his
this.
leg.
And then eventually, when I got an Amiga, I had to have this game. So as you can see, it's similar layout to the arcade.
There we go.
Gun out.
that's the gun.
And then
You
start
hated the
firing
dogs, yeah.
on the windows.
Like, what's that shop? Is that...
Anyway, I hope you've
Chicken
enjoyed me
nugget shop,
playing
I think.
Robocop badly. I'm off to finish this stuff. Oh, back to Neil in the boudoir.
In the boudoir, yes. Thank you, Rob. Tremendous effort. There was no explanation for people that don't know of why Ariston's there. So here in the UK, Ariston make white goods like washing machines, and the music they used for the advert was it the ZX Spectrum or was it the Game Boy version of the music? They're both very, very similar, so renditions. And then they had words over the top of it, because Ariston supposedly lasts forever. So over the music, you just had this voice going on and Ariston. It wasn't annoying at all. Thank you, Rob. I've got Tina here. I think we've had Tina. Have I got 2 copies of Tina? Yes, we've had Tina. I've doubled up on Tina. Right. I said, Richard, you've been outdone, but we haven't watched Richard's video, have we? Or have we? No, we haven't. What you got for us today, Richard? Is that the Elmo that's at the cave, or is that a new Elmo? Scotch egg, tape measure. Elmo has died of dysentery mug. Let me make sure the audio is turned down before I use my soundboard. There we go. 2 Tinas are better than 1. This is the Elmo.
Hi guys. I've snuck into Bjorn's little cave here.
It's in Bjorn.
It was a bit of a distance, but I did it socially, so it'll be alright.
Bjorn is broken in.
Anyway, come over here and have a look on his Amiga 3000 spotted R-Type.
Breaking into each other's caves now. If Bjorn's still in the chat, this must be mind-bending. I've been playing a lot of R-Type lately.
And now,
on the
it's
PC
A1200, Robocop 3.
There it is. Whispering Richard. I did love this game.
So now, return to Cathal Wolfenstein on his PC.
Wow, that's loud. This is like David Bellamy does retro games.
So now, a bit dangerous on his C64. I've enhanced it a bit though. It wouldn't have been complete without Rainbow Island on the Amiga. I mean, C64. I can hear somebody coming. Back to you, Neil, in the studio.
Okay, Richard. The crown remains yours. I don't know why I ever doubted you, mate. That is absolutely superb. If Bjorn hasn't seen it, I'm going to contact him and tell him you have to come and watch this. Well done. What time are we at? We've been going for an hour and a half. So, what have we got here? That's a show and tell. I think let's do this, and then I've got something special to show you. We've got Pints and Amiga's Dreamcast show and tell, Chrissy's show and tell. So I think we're going to bump them to tomorrow. Don't worry, guys. We'll definitely watch them. It's just that we have so much over the weekend that I think we're learning that we can't quite squeeze everything into an acceptable amount of time. So let's watch this one. and then let's do one last thing.
Hiya, Cave Dwellers. It's Alistair here. And today I thought I'd do something a little bit different. We've got an unboxing of something that's literally just arrived on my doorstep today on Q Day. And I was going to do a game, but I thought I'd rather do this instead. So, Bitmap Books. Anybody who knows about Bitmap Books, they do some absolutely great retro recollection books for
books
for various systems. They've done the Amiga, the C64, as their big ones, Spectrum, and they've just done, as their first non-Kickstarter project, the 2600 VCS series book, and it just so happens to have arrived today. So I'm going to do a bit of an unboxing for you. First things first,
nice
I think we need to just make sure it's the right size. I'll edit that bit out afterwards.
Oh, extreme close up.
Yeah, what happened there? 9 inches. There we go.
Holly, it's hit and miss. It kind of depends what time I get home from work. So 7 to 8ish.
It's a double. Bitmap books have always been very well packed.
Yeah,
so,
that is. You're not going to get any dents on that.
And this one seems to be no different. It's very well protected with some good heavy foam packing inserts to make sure that it doesn't get bumped about by the postie. It came by DPD, so it was not the usual Hermes lob it onto the over the fence. Oh, look at that!
Nice. They do several of these compendiums with a
and
similar
they've gone with the
cover.
The lenticular cover again.
Officially licensed product. There's Qbert dancing away.
And I've gone for the hardback with the hard case. What have we got here? We hope you enjoy your book. I most certainly will, Sam. Thank you very much.
Are we going to break the seal? Oh, yes.
Okay, having got the cellophane off, we can have a look at what's inside. Look at those raster bars.
They're not trying to save any money on
Of course,
them,
the 2600 and 7800 were precursors in hardware and designed to the Amiga, which also had capabilities of copper bars like this, and that's where the design came from. Beautiful pictures. Sam at Bitmap has always put together very fine books with really high quality pictures, and really knows how to get the most out of his printing process to make these things really come alive. Oh, and some hardware porn there as well.
That is the perfect word for it, isn't it? It's exactly what it is. What does it smell like? Yes, that's what we're missing from this experience. But how many pages is there?
So, it's a lovely thing. And for Q, well, I had Quake and Quack. Oh. Just in time for Quack.
Well, Quake was my choice as well, so that's a good choice.
Anything interesting.
And somebody did choose Quack.
There we go. There's
so
Quack.
To see that. There we go. Orville the Duck.
And back to you at the studio, Neil.
Thank you very much. That was a wonderful unboxing, and yeah, you're right. Bitmap books just do really wonderful, high quality books. They never seem to scrimp on the quality. You're always going to get value for money with it. So I think it's just bitmapbooks.com if you're interested in what they do. Should we have a quick look? Let's have a quick look. bitmapbooks.com. Oh, .co.uk. Oh, look at that. We've got the Micro Machines book. There's that Atari book that we just saw. Commodore 64, Amiga, ZX Spectrum. I've got this one, the point and click adventure games one. That's really good. I got that for Christmas. Stuff it with the pop-ups. Gremlin, coming soon. Oh, that's out, isn't it? Unless that's a new one. I've seen that one doing the rounds. How much are those books? Well, let's go to the one we've just seen for an example. Oh, it's on pre-order. $32.99. I mean, that seems a fair price for what you're getting. You know, beautifully bound. You've got that lovely sleeve to put it in. Yeah, I think that's fair, isn't it? That is just going to give you an instant nostalgia hit. Again, I'm in no way affiliated with these people, but my god, this is beautiful. Look at that. That wasn't printed on an Epson printer at home. Cost about £1,000 per page if it was. Do they list the page count, Dave? Where's the page count? $528 pages. There you go. Everyone's happy. And they've got a collector's edition. Only 1,000 available. Or is that it? That is the collector's edition. A limited run of 1,000 prints, maybe? Or a soft cover for £27, or the collector's edition is $54.99. Okay, and that gets you posters and some postcards. Don't know, that's a bit of a jump, isn't it? Unless there's something else in the collector's edition, that's a bit of a jump for some posters and some postcards. But the basic price, I think that's fair. Anyway, thank you. So, the final thing I have to show you today. Hi Neil. My letter R game is, of course, an RMC game. As mentioned previously, I've made a silly game based on your channel. It's in the style of an Amiga public domain game, or a crap game competition entry. It's made on Amos 2, which creates JavaScript so you can just run it in the browser and eventually stand alone. The language is still being made, but works well enough to do most things. The object of the game is to get to the cave, to edit the next episode with as many subs as possible, collect things on the way to gain more subs. Destroying things will lose subs, and running over certain things will be very bad. You might want to try being evil on a second go. Hopefully it works okay. So let's play Paul Kitchen's RMC game. Paul Kitchen, aka Necronom, who I did see in the chat earlier. I don't know if he's still here. Okay, brace yourselves. All I've done is run it to the title screen to make sure it works before this. Click the window and press space to continue. You might want to maximize the screen. Hello, cave dwellers. Toast and is running late. You need to guide him. From home to the cave, collecting things on the way to gain more subs for the channel. Running over things will have consequences if Neil or his Mazda. This is why you asked me what car I drove. Get covered in the virus, then your subs will drop. As he has to take time off to recover. I'm not muted. Cursor keys to move, space to exit the car. Right. Oh yes. Don't touch the virus. Oh look, I've developed a cough already. Look, there's a spectrum there. Yes, I get no. Get out the car. Right, get that specky. Got it. Look, I've even got a car sticker on the back of the car. Oh no, I've missed that specky. Distance to the cave at the top, subs, and editing time. Go on. Oh, right. Oh no, I need a left-hand drive. There's a Trevor. There's a Trevor crossing the roads. Okay. No! No! Oh no, sad face. Don't run over Gizmo. Can I run over that? Oh no. God, the head reminds me of Carmageddon. Max damage. Come on, I need to pick some stuff up. There we go. You can collect Gizmo too. Okay, I'll look out for Gizmo. Oh, there's a pet. That's a nice quick one. Oh, don't run over it. Too fast. Are you trying to kill Neil? Okay, we're nearly at the cave now. You arrive and get some extra editing time. You gain new subscribers for professionally edited videos. You gain 125,000 subscribers. That's more than I have already. Hello, cave dwellers. Oh, and that's it. Fantastic. Right, let's play it badly. Mamesbury. This is what I do every day, yeah. Let's get some virus. I'm well and truly infected. Run over that Specky. Run over that Commodore. No, I'm going to collect Gizmo if I see her. Now wash your hands. Trevor. Oh, surely I get points for running Trevor over. Yeah, definitely it's an us. Carmageddon vibes. Get the pet. This is like something I might have made in Click and Play. Or Shoot 'em Up construction kit. There's Gizmo. Right, don't shoot Gizmo. Come here. It was worth it. Oh, we've made it to the cave. Bit of extra Gizmo there. It could easily be a suit game, couldn't it? That is tremendous. Oh look, Gizmo's on the chair, look. Gizmo's never been to the cave. I'd love to be able to take Gizmo to work, but she'd just go crazy in the car. That is tremendous, Paul. I think that has to feature in future streams as well. Running Gizmo over is bad. Should I do that? I couldn't bring myself to do that in the game. Need an Amiga version. You can stream it. Pints, I can send you a copy of it if that's okay with Paul. In fact, look, before we go, I'm going to stick that in Dropbox because it's not too large. And I'll give you a link. browser. There we go. Stick that in Dropbox. Hopefully it won't kill my stream. Yeah, uploading trollolo.wav. If you get Trevor, he appears on the floor. Oh, okay, so you can pick up Trevor as well. So I'm scared of Trevor. It's going to take about 3 minutes to upload, so we'll end the stream, but as soon as it's finished uploading, I'll put a link in the chat for you guys. So you can download it if you want. And tomorrow is S. So we will start tomorrow. QRS. Yes, we will start tomorrow with Pints and Amiga's Dreamcast show and tell. Chrissy's show and tell. Let me make sure I put that in the right folder now, so we don't miss it. Chrissy, I've already got a letter S for you, so I think that's your S game, and you've got a show and tell. I've got Yarno's S game, and then I've got whatever else you guys have put in the mailbox. If I find some more R games, I will make sure you get them. Error, YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. Maybe my upload is killing it. Thank you to everyone who gave me a super chat today. Really nice of you. Really appreciated. Yeah, S game. Also, as Kevin mentioned, Kevin, I've just read Kevin on the screen. As Dave mentioned, I think if we get a lot of S games, we'll spread it over 2 days. And then we'll do, say, U and V can be combined. But I'll talk about that tomorrow. I'll keep you updated. So I'll see you all tomorrow, guys. Thank you as always. Take care. And stick around in the chat if you want that link in 3 or 4 minutes. Bye-bye from me. Bye-bye from Gizmo. He's waving. And I didn't mute myself once.